Hey guys, welcome to our channel. I'm Nikki.
And my name is Emmaus Ferdinand.
And this is Carmen. So if you guys don't know our story, go back and watch some of our previous videos. But in short, we decided to kind of pull away from the regular life, and we live in Baltimore, and we said we wanted to honeymoon for a year or so. It's probably going to be about 2, and just van life all around the 50 states. So that's the goal, is to hit all 50 states. We're in state number 5, so we're going very slow.
Very slow.
5-ish, 6-ish, somewhere between there. So
But we're exploring everything, and so if you kind of want to use us as your guinea pigs or kind of a way to plan, then we're gonna kind of give you the roadmap of exactly what it took from us, from waking up one day and saying, hey, we want a van life, to 7 weeks later being in a van and then traveling. So a question that you guys have asked a lot is how much. Y'all getting all into our pocket.
Right.
And you want to know how much it costs for us to build this, which you guys know if you've watched any of our other videos that we did not build this ourselves. We commissioned someone else to build it. And then how much it costs us to be on the road, like how much our monthly expenses are. So that's what this is. What is our monthly expenses? And we're going to give you the lowdown. So
if you didn't catch our first video about how much it cost us to build a van, make sure you tune into that.
Yeah.
And, let's get started and actually go through how much it costs us monthly to live this type of lifestyle. So let's get started.
Where in the world is
Carmen VanDiego?
So I'm gonna transition to talk about the expenses, the monthly expenses. And we kept that in mind too, because we said, look, if we can save on our monthly expenses versus what we were spending prior to living in a van, over time that would add up and literally pay the van off in a sense, right? Because if we're saving, a couple of $1,000s a month, at the end, it's a win-win, all right? So now, I'm gonna just go through it, but don't, again, disclaimer, don't be surprised. You don't have to spend this much, but this is just our lifestyle, all right? So first, for food. So we like to eat. And, we do buy groceries and try to eat some meals in the van, but, we're going to all these cool cities, all these cool places, and we're the kind of people that we want to experience things, so we're gonna go to the top restaurants and experience
Not top restaurants necessarily,
but the most known, the most known things that are
the taste of the city.
Taste of the city.
Yeah.
If somebody recommends a restaurant, we like to talk to locals and find out that hidden gem. We're gonna go try it out, because it's you can't say, hey, I've been to the city without knowing where the locals go.
Out here in Nashville, we went to Monell's, and it's a hit. Beautiful table, beautiful folks, and beautiful food.
Right.
It's crazy.
So,
Never like it before.
So total for the month, so this is probably our average amount is about $1,500 on, so that's groceries, that's eating out at fast food and eating out at restaurants and snacks. All right, so that's pretty much about how much we spend. So now we have health and beauty, which is pretty much going a gym membership at Planet Fitness, which is a major key. All right, her nails, which are always beautiful. She does she always gets compliments on our hair, right? So hair products to keep up my hair products to keep her hair, right?
Wigs,
all hair, I guess. So pretty much costs us about $500 to $570 a month or so. And then entertainment. All right, and then entertainment, I mean just kind of going to different a show or whatever's in the city. When we go to cities, we try to find out what's the top things from museums. What are the top things to do there? And then we go experience that. And that usually runs us about $650 a month. All right. So then the actual car itself. So we've paid for the renovations in full.
The conversion.
The conversion portion of it. But we actually financed the vehicle itself. So that pretty much is about $588 a month, okay? And then the car insurance, okay? So the car insurance is about $268. And we actually went with Allstate, and we have like an RV, a converter home insurance for the actual vehicle, which pretty much gives us, it covers the vehicle up to like $100,000, which is what we actually spent, like we kind of talked to you guys about. So you want to make sure you have insurance that covers, God forbid, anything happens to the vehicle, the total amount. So that's what we were able to do. And then we also got an additional $15,000 in content, meaning like the things that we have in the van, from like our laptops, our clothes, all that kind of stuff, so that in case, God forbid, again, something happens, we're covered in full. So you just definitely want to make sure you have that type of insurance. And if you know any other insurance companies that can get us a better rate, let us know as well. Okay. So guys, all right. So now let's talk about our phone and our actual jetpack. So we have Verizon, which which pretty much costs us about $256, and that's for both of our phones and for our jetpack. Okay. So the Verizon service itself, I mean, I heard it was great, but for us, I mean, hasn't been working out really well. I don't know if it's the states that we're in, but we'll see as we continue to travel. We had T-Mobile, and I would tell you guys, from my experience so far, the T-Mobile service has been better than Verizon. You know, you can say what you want to say, but that's my experience. But we switched over to Verizon because of the jetpack. We wanted a plan that can have that. So what we have is 30 gigabytes, which to me, it works for what I'm trying to do, which is business. But if I try to use it for any type of entertainment, the data runs like, it flies by, and it's pretty much done. And like, I remember one day, like the first time we actually used it, I think we ran through the data like day 2. But if you use it just for business, for like my computer, it actually works perfectly well. And then we also got about 15 gigabytes each. Hotspot. Yeah, 15 gigabytes each for hotspot. So total between our phones and the jetpack, we have about 60 gigs for the month, and that lasts for the month. So we're good on that. But we are thinking about finding a way to combine T-Mobile for the actual service. So any advice that you guys have also, please share it with us on that note. The other expense that, you know, I thought it was, well, it's not really a shock, but, you know, I was used to spending gas money every month that wasn't anywhere close to what I'm spending now, but it's expected, you know, because we're driving a lot. She be coming around the mountain, coming around that mountain. Pretty much spend about $430 or so a month, so anywhere between $400 to $500, depending on, you know, how many cities that we're visiting that particular month. You know, if we stay still a little bit longer, of course the price is lower, but of course if we're moving around, you're gonna spend a lot more. We actually have an Exxon gas card that we use, and we just pretty much try to find, you know, Exxons and Mobiles basically wherever we're at, because we get points and we also save using that card. So that's what we use. So that's something that, you know, if you guys want to do that as well, you can. And then of course, we spend money every month on Amazon. Pretty much with the cool little secret that which to us was really cool was just finding out, you know, of course, how can we get how can we get stuff and get it to us? And Amazon Locker has been pretty cool.
They've been clutch, yeah. Right. Lesson 1 in van life: when you're parked up at families' homes, order everything you need, because you don't know when you're gonna have an address the next time. And I will say, this is we did our numbers based off of the last 2 months, and we started new, well, at least I did. I started a new little hobby of kombucha making. So that's like a little added expense that probably is not going to be there every month, that you probably won't have. Right. And just little knickknacks that we've gotten along the way and things like that. So exactly, that's not a every month thing. It's just kind of, we went to our first kombucha farm for our harvest host, and we got hooked. Right. Bring us a taste. We're so excited. All right, babe. Get ready.
Is this good?
Yeah, you're swirling it good. You gotta put the pinky up though. Like a It's good?
It's really good. Keep in mind that you're not going to be having like some of these expenses you might not have, but this is just the average of what we're spending. But you might have some things that you do, some hobbies that you have. So this is just what our things that we're spending our money on. All right, so keep that in mind. And so for like Amazon shopping and, you know, maybe buying a couple of other little items here and there, clothing and all that kind of stuff, pretty much runs us about $500 a month. And the last thing is service for Carmen, right? So far we only had to get her service once for an oil change, and that cost us about $60. And unfortunately, one night, and God was just really looking out for us. We were driving Carmen, and the tire pressure light came on, and it went down pretty quickly. Carmen caught a flat tire. We were so hurt. It was a nail. Poor Carmen.
No, it's our first flat tire.
But luckily, as we were driving, we saw a tire, and this was probably like 9-10 o'clock at night. We was just getting into a new city, and
we were about to go to the movies, and we saw when we got out that the tire was starting to go flat. We were like, can we still see the movie? It was like a movie we really wanted to see, and we were like, oh wait, no, because this is going down, we have to be responsible. Right. So we Googled and
we found a tire store not too far away. We were able to go there, park up, and because this van is stealth, we slept in the tire spot parking lot, woke up in the morning right at the shop, and told them about our tire. They switched out the tire for us, and that cost us about $22. All right, so not the tire actually. They actually patched the hole. Yeah, that's what the air that was coming out. They actually patched it. So they changed the tire, they patched it up, and that's a good thing because sometimes you know you can't patch it. But she's running smooth now. She's back to full health, and drum roll for the total price of how much things cost.
Drum roll.
Not that bad. Close to $5,000. For the month. And for us, I mean, for you, I mean, if I don't know if that shocks you, but for us, we were spending prior to moving into the van over $10,000 a month because, you know, she had her place, you know, I had my house, and our cars and all that kind of stuff. And the cool thing that we're able to do now is for my car back at home, I was able to put it up on Turo, which is actually now making me money. So that helps out with this monthly expense. So that really brings down this monthly expense because the Turo brings in income for, we were able to move out of her, like we said earlier, her lease was running out. So we moved out her place. So that saves us about like $2,500 a month. Yeah, plus parking and all of that kind of stuff. And then at the same time,
I sold my car.
So she sold her car. So we were able to use that income. And then at the same time, my home now, we have it on Airbnb. So that's bringing us extra income. So literally.
And when we say his home and my home, we were talking about before we got married.
Right.
The places that we had. We weren't living in two separate places upon marriage. That's a little crazy. So yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, if you think about it in that kind of way, that $5,000 is really more like $0 or close to, you know, whatever, like $1,000 or so. So at the end of the day, it works out for us. I hope this, you know, brings some type of value to you guys. I hope if you're watching this, you know, you see that you can make this happen for yourself. As far as the monthly, we pretty much cut our expenses in half. And so whatever your expenses are, if your expenses are only $1,000, just kind of expect that you can lower it. This can be on whatever scale of luxury or just coziness and simplicity you want. That's the beautiful thing about this lifestyle, is that you can curtail it to how you want to live. And so we're more minimalistic, I guess, than we were when we were living in a brick and mortar home. So we have obviously less stuff, and we're more about experiences than things, but I wouldn't consider ourselves minimalists by any means, because we still like to do things like keep our nails and our hair and just have the luxuries of going to restaurants and seeing and actually being tourists in all the places that we go to. We want to see the things that the city is known for and not just stay camping. So it really is whatever your taste is, and that's the beautiful thing about this lifestyle. You can curtail it, and you can find any type of lifestyle, especially on YouTube, and just kind of model after that or create your own. So I know that, you know, some people might be thinking that this may be a lot of money, but let me give you a little bit of perspective or ratios. So we spent, yes, $5,000 about for the month as our monthly expenses. But while we were here over the last month, we've hiked all of, you know, the Great Smokies. We've been able to go to New York to celebrate some milestones for our family and friends for about a week. Costa Rica, El Salvador. So we've been traveling pretty much the whole month. And while we were there, the businesses that we've set up generated over $150,000, pretty much 100% passively, meaning we're not like clocking into a job or anything like that to do it, or actually clocking anywhere because we didn't have service a lot of the time. So, it really, $5,000 is really only 3% of what our monthly income is. And so if you want to kind of see like what you should budget or what, you know, what's a good thing, honestly, that's an answer that you can only come up with, right? So you know how much extra money you spend off of what you have. But if you're looking for ways to come up and have, you know, make some money while you're on the road, because I think that's the number one thing I see in Facebook groups, like, what can I do? Do I Uber? So that you can actually experience it. That's something that we can talk about. We are entrepreneurs, but if you want specifics, we'll talk about it in another video.
Yeah, guys, look, you know, I'm an author. I actually have a book about how I had this type of success. It's called Milk the Ice, where I share different ways to make income and how to make passive income. And that's some of the things that she mentioned. So if you do want to hear more about that, please subscribe to our channel. Our next video, we're probably going to share, I know we talked about the expenses and the cost and all of that for the van, but now we can actually kind of talk to you guys how we're able to make money in the actual van itself. So subscribe to our channel, click the link below.
You can follow our journeys, follow our day-to-day on Instagram as well if you want to just kind of keep up with us. So I am Nikki __ Ferd, F-E-R-D, so that's Nikki __ F-E-R-D.
And my name is Emmaus Ferdinand. Just look at the link below so that you can actually follow me. But it's a unique name, so you're not going to be able to not find me on Instagram. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.